What do you say? It's the Run-In Podcast. My name is Tommy Paradise.
It's showtime, folks. We're up here in the rafters with your boy DJ.
What's up, man? How's it going? How was your St. Patrick's Day?
Oh,
Did you
man.
go out and celebrate?
I did not. I was, I was a little soft this week, this time around with it being in the middle of the week. And I knew I had to, I had meetings and all that coming up the next day. But I did drink, I had a tip back.
Proper 12?
Yes, I did.
Some proper to hell yeah. I had the night off from trivia, so I was like, well, my son had hockey practice, so I was like, okay, I'll go, whatever. I'm technically a coach, so I'm like, all right, I'll go. Didn't do much. Stood on the ice because it was like a full ice practice. So me and a couple of the other coaches literally just stood there the whole time and talked. But then skated around a little bit, and then but me and my wife, this is such a, if you are a parent, you are going to appreciate this story. This is such a I have kids story. So me and my wife, the bar I normally do trivia at on Wednesdays, they're like, no trivia. Like, it's going to be busy. So me and my wife are like, you know what? Let's go to lunch. Well, we'll go to it's literally 5 minutes up the road. We'll go to lunch while our son's at school and, have a quick lunch, have a couple drinks for St. Patrick's Day, get some corned beef and get out of there. Soon as the drinks we ordered hit the table, as soon as they go down on the table, my wife's phone starts ringing. Uh-oh. It's the school nurse.
Of course.
And my son hurt his leg during recess or something. So my wife's like, what do I do? Do I go get him? Do I leave him there? They're like, he's a hockey player. Like, if he's complaining about something, it's probably a big deal. Like, the nurse is kind of not freaking out, but like making a big deal out of it or whatever. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell? Well, like, I just want to have lunch and a couple drinks and like, you have an hour and a half of school left. Like, suck it up. Anyway, so it's just like one of those things. She ended up going to get him and bringing him back to the restaurant or bar and making him sit with us while we had our lunch and drank a couple of beers. Right. And he was miserable. And I was like, you know what? Well, you could be at school,
Exactly.
So exactly. That just felt like it was like one of those things where it's like, hey, this is a story about having kids, because we literally were like, oh, cool, we can have a quick little St. Patrick's lunch date.
Nope.
Let's do it. And as soon as the drinks hit the table, as soon as the green beer hit the table, her phone started ringing.
Nope. Yeah, and that's exactly how it goes with kids.
Yep, absolutely. Just a reminder, this show is brought to you by figurecollections.com. Our friend Jack over at Figure Collections. And some big news here. We'll get a little bit more into it a little bit later on in the show, but make sure you hit up figurecollections.com/store. Mm-hmm. He is now an official U.S. seller for the Cella Toys Nick Aldis retro figure. So you can get it from him at again, it's figurecollections.com/store. We'll mention that a couple other times throughout the show. Hit up our social media. Thank you for getting us to 100 subscribers on YouTube. I know that doesn't sound like a lot. We're putting more videos up there, but you can now go to youtube.com/the Run-In Podcast. Thanks to you guys all subscribing. And actually, the DJ Comes to the East Coast vlog
you can see me be sleep deprived and
it is now up for your listening pleasure. And I'll be honest with you, it's not our best vlog, but it's good. I'm not going to put it over as the greatest vlog of all time. But me and DJ both, we were talking today, we both slacked a little bit when it came to the vlog. We didn't take enough video. We didn't take any video while we were at the venue for the WrestleFest thing. We didn't take any video, or we took pictures, but no like pictures together, no pictures with Kenny or Carlos. Like, we just totally like, we're having too good of a time, man, and forgot to put bust the camera out or bust the phone out. But it's still a good vlog. Still a good vlog. Make sure you check that out. ProWrestlingTees.com/RunInPod. Brand new shirts up there. We got the Beantown one. We got the Lake Show, and then we got a couple different versions of the Retro Arcade one. Make sure you hit those up. Let us know if you buy one in the next couple weeks or so. If you buy one, let me know, because we ordered stickers of the DJ doesn't even know this. We ordered stickers of those logos, the Lake Show and the Beantown one. So I'm gonna send DJ a whole bunch of Beantown ones.
I love finding out shit on the show. That's I love it. And then he wants to send me the Beantown.
Yeah, we're gonna send you the Beantown ones.
Here we go. Nobody will want them around here.
Just start putting them up all over.
What the hell is this?
Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Run In Podcast. We got our March Madness bracket challenge. So we got two different brackets. I had to explain this to somebody tonight. We have two different bracket things going on. We have ESPN.com like tournament challenge, where you actually pick who you think is going to win in the NCAA tournament. We got that going on.
Yep.
If you're listening to this early Friday morning, you still have time to enter. You have until the first game of the March Madness bracket to enter, and the winner of that is going to get a free shirt from our Pro Wrestling Tees store. They can pick any shirt they want that's in that store, the new ones, the old ones, whatever they want. They're going to get if they are the winner of the ESPN March Madness bracket challenge. But then we have our fast food / restaurants. I don't really have an official name of this, but it's I call it something different every time we talk about it. But we're basically trying to figure out the best restaurant in America, and you can vote on Twitter and Instagram. And if you're checking your Run In podcast feed, there is a bonus episode that we actually recorded earlier today. Where we kind of dissect the first round. The round of 64 is over. We're on to the round of 32, and we talk with our friends of the show, Kenny. We talk with Zach. We talk with Mike Lanham, and me and you. Is that everybody? Phil jumped on for a minute and then got disconnected.
He was on for a second. Yeah. We've been copied. Like I saw that there's all of a sudden there's other people trying to do what we're doing. And
Barstool Sports stole our idea. What the hell? They didn't steal our idea. They just
they probably have it every year.
Yeah, they're doing the same exact thing. So other than that, me and DJ are each doing something for the countdown to WrestleMania. I'm counting down 32 of my favorite wrestling shirts that I own. I'm wearing one right now. You can see it on the YouTube video. I'm wearing an Earthquake shirt. How many people own a freaking Earthquake shirt? Not many. Not many. So check those out and posting one to Instagram every day and Twitter every day. And then DJ's posting a different figure every day till the countdown or till WrestleMania. That's what we're doing. And our Instagram is at the Run In Pod. Let's see here. Talked about March Madness, talked about the figures, talked about the shirts.
Sure.
That's everything. The only other thing we got to talk about is no Kenny's corrections again, man. We're putting this poor bastard out of a job. Kenny.
It's a good thing he's got the Impact Minute.
It's good that and he's got his own show to fall back on, which by the way, make sure he got Moose from TNA on.
Yeah, he did.
Kenny
breaking news, right?
Yeah, he is on the dirt sheets. He's on the dirt sheets. They talked about it, or he gets shared out on the dirt sheets. They talked about a lot of good stuff. So make sure you hit up at DeCallUp on Instagram. His YouTube channel is DeCallUp, and he's also on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and all that stuff. He didn't send any corrections, but he said he sent a little like follow up. Last week we talked about like we were curious about like how cheap Funko Pops were, because I feel like that's what keeps a lot of the mom and pop comic book shops alive. And he said, so no corrections this week, but I do have an update on the Funko talk. I spoke to a friend that works at a mom and pop store, and he looked over the invoice. So here's a breakdown. Funko cost goes from $5.45 to $6. This doesn't include shipping to the store. Comics cost $1.69 and will retail for $3.99 at the store. Figs cost $15 and retail for $23.99. Places like Target and Walmart costs will be anywhere from $1 to $3 because they order a whole lot more. That makes complete sense. So yeah, if they're ordering, actually, they're not making a ton of money on Pops. Actually, if you think about it, if a mom and pop shop orders a Funko and it's $5.45 and they're or we'll call it $6 and they're charging $12.99 for it, maybe they're still making $6 or $7 off of it. So I guess they are making some money, but they have just so many. Me and my kid went to we went to this comic book shop that's like, it's like a chain in like New England. It's called Newberry Comics.
Right.
It's an awesome shop. They got everything. They got records, music, DVDs, action figures, shirts. Like, it's just a great spot, but they have a whole freaking wall of Pops. And I mean, they're probably on the bigger end of like they're not Walmart or Target, but they're probably on the higher end of who's buying, they're spending more than Joe Smith's comic book shop, I'm sure. But they had so many on clearance, and they were doing a buy two get one free sale.
Dang.
So my kid actually had some leftover Christmas money somehow.
There you go.
And me and him went out on Friday night, and he bought a bunch. But man, we'll talk more about Pops can't get away from the freaking Pops, man.
You can't. You can't. They catch you somewhere. Like somewhere, somehow they will get some character or somebody that you're gonna want.
That you want, and I'm like on to multiples now of like different shows that and different. You guys saw in the vlog, I bought this guy, like this Wolverine luchador,
right?
Because Wolverine's like one of my favorite Marvel characters, and he's dressed as a badass wrestler. Like, gotta get that, especially for $8. Like, what am I supposed to do? Fuck. DJ, you got the drip flowing tonight. What are you drinking?
I do got the drip flowing, like
Beautiful.
keeping the St. Patty's Day spirit alive here the day after.
I am actually drinking a Miller Lite and my Brian Myers, shout out to Brian Myers, my Brian Myers koozie.
There we go.
I'm going to see Brian Myers here in a couple weeks. May 7th, actually. The Run-In Podcast is a proud sponsor of Blitzkrieg Pro. Scratch the Surface. This is going down to Country Banquet Hall in Enfield, Connecticut. Only 100 tickets are being sold. If you're in the area, it's spaced out seating. Masks are required. A lot of good local talent going to be there. Some bigger names. AEW star Platinum Max Caster will be there.
There we go.
I said Brian Myers is going to be there. Right. And VSK from AEW Dark will be there as well. So those are the three big names right now. Again, tickets go on sale this Sunday during WWE Fastlane at 8:00. So don't miss out. It will sell out. That's going down May the 7th if you're out this way on the East Coast. So make sure you are hitting that up and you're aware, and you find the Facebook invite so you can buy those tickets when they go on sale on Sunday.
Yeah, you ought to see if you can get a spot in the show, like a run-in, or manage one of the wrestlers, or
that's something. That's something. I might just try to interview one or two of them and see, get a couple words with old friend Brian Myers. We're gingers. He went to college out this way, so yeah, we're tight like that. So other than that though, man, I think I'm ready for In the Ring. What do you say?
Let's did it.
Let's do it. All right, guys. In the Ring is brought to you by our friend over at Buy Sell Trade Toys on Instagram. He's got a lot of new stuff
he does.
On the site. Buy Sell Trade Toys on Instagram. You can use the code RUN10 for 10% off. I still got to hit him up so I can see his new venue, the new location he's got there, a little office deal. But we're going to jump right into our three things this week. A lot of things going on in the world of wrestling. We're on the road to WrestleMania. Fastlane coming up. We'll get into our Fastlane predictions a little bit later on and see if I can hold on to this belt that I got right over here. I actually meant to put it behind me and I forgot. But so DJ, I'll start it up, man. Great week of wrestling, I thought. Even Raw wasn't terrible. It wasn't great, but it wasn't like I wasn't like I'm just gonna turn this off and do something else. I was more like, oh, cool. They're like paying attention, and I mean, I was doing other things while I was watching it. Obviously, there was better shows on. But what I noticed, I'm gonna jump into NXT here as one of my three things. My first thing that I noticed was Walter. He's back. He's huge. He's back. Good to see Walter. They're touting his 712-day reign of being NXT UK champ.
Right.
But how many times has he actually defended it in those 712 days? Like, why are they touting this? There was a freaking pandemic.
Right.
Like, of course he's going to have the belt. He was stuck in England. Like, you're stuck in the UK. How, like, I wonder if I can. I should have probably done this before the show, but I was gonna Google how many times.
How many times
has Walter defended the NXT UK title? I should have done this.
I honestly haven't watched the European show enough to know from personally, but I mean we know he can go. Like we all saw him win that belt, and that was a classic match when he won it. I want to see more. I'm glad to see him. I want to see more of him.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to take anything away from him. I'm just saying, like, don't be touting him being the longest reigning champion for 713 days. He won it on January. Oh, no, that's not right. He won it on April 5th of 2019. He beat Pete Dunne for it.
Right.
Oh, that was a great takeover, actually. I remember watching that match.
Yes.
But yeah, just like, why are you touting this? Like, he hasn't defended it against anybody. Like, it's unreal.
Does it show how many defenses?
I'm trying to find it here. Nothing's coming up like super quick.
Okay. Yeah. So, because he's had 2019. Like, I mean, we were, remember those days when we didn't have to wear a mask or anything? But anyway, he's had to have fought somebody now. Like I'm gonna say 8
I'm sure he's had a couple defenses, but it's like in that 712 days or 13 days, whatever it is now, how many times has he actually defended it? Like,
my guess is about 8.
Yeah, in 712 days. So don't be like he's the greatest thing since sliced bread, because he's great. Again, I'm not taking anything away from him. Just come on with the 712 day reign. And like, that's like the first thing you mention when he comes out.
They did the same thing with Pete Dunne, like when he was the first champ, and they talked about how long he had it before he went up against Walter.
Yeah, it's just it was just like that was. And you guys know I love NXT, and I thought it was a great show this week. We'll get more into it a little bit later on because we can just keep going. Because I had one more thing. I'm saying I love this show, but there was like 2 things I wanted to shit on. Why is Bronson Reed coming out and doing fat guy in a little coat with Fig Night 27's jacket?
I don't know. Come on, Bronson. Like, we're better. This is a better character than this. We don't,
Right. If you're gonna do something to ruin his jacket.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do something to ruin his jacket, like, run it over with a car, set it on fire, like something. So, but you're going to do fat guy in a little coat instead. Come on, man. Maybe that's a segment we need to do is come on, man. But you got
maybe we should.
There was a lot. Don't get me wrong. There was a lot of good stuff that happened on NXT. I loved the stuff with Karrion Kross and Finn Balor and Scarlett. Ooh, baby.
Scarlett.
You know what's funny though?
Chase of her in the one.
No, I'm not. No, I don't need a figure of her. But I do. I love that she took that bump. And then she was like laughing after she got, after she took it.
Right.
There's a joke there somewhere, but it's funny to me. Not funny, but like I'm watching NXT and Karrion Kross. He's got like this dark entrance and stuff like that. And then obviously she's like kind of on the dark side. And but then like he talks normal and then she's doing all this weird shit. Like it's just a weird mix, I think. But I'm digging it. It's weird, but I'm digging it. And I told you guys a couple weeks ago, I said Karrion Kross is going to be the one to take that belt off of Finn Balor. And I'm rolling with that. I think that's
sticking with it.
I'm sticking with it. I think it's going to happen. It might happen at this takeover WrestleMania weekend.
That's probably a good call because it's probably about time for Finn to come back up to the main roster. To go with your point here, I think he did. In his second time here in NXT, I think he showed that he can run with the ball. As we already knew this, but if he needed to prove it again, he did. But so yeah, I'm gonna have to. That sounds about right to me.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm 100% confident in the fact that he's gonna take it. I'm wondering though, like, are they gonna send somebody down to take Finn's place, like as this WWE
The veteran.
the veteran, right? Exactly. They have a lot of guys. I mean, they have a lot of guys, and I think NXT is doing good enough. I wish so. We're kind of gonna dip into the news here for a second, dude. Swap Andrade for Finn Balor. Like, make Andrade the Finn Balor. I mean, Finn Balor is probably a bigger name, clearly a bigger name. But make Andrade the new Finn Balor, like a WWE guy who's come down. That's not Tyler Breeze or Fandango, and is relevant and is like just a maniac and just, you know, the tits. For lack of a better term.
I would like to see more of Andrade because, like you're saying, at this point, the way I personally feel is that he's kind of a mid-carder. But in his defense, he might be more than that. And so let me see it. Let me, let him come down to NXT and do a few things, and that might change mine and probably a bunch of people's minds about
when he was when he was with Angel Garza. It was like right before he got hurt, because he's been hurt for a while. Right before he got hurt, I remember like really being into, like, I just thought he was like a great worker. I was really like not necessarily interested in his character and stuff, but I was definitely like interested, like just enjoyed watching him, if that makes sense.
No, it does. It does.
Before
like
I jump
you said,
off,
you got to be into it. Like, to be a main event guy, though, you have to be into his character and his work. So that's what I'm saying. Like I'm with you. Like I don't doubt what he can do in the ring. It's that I wasn't that really, I wasn't invested. I wasn't interested.
Right. There's nothing to suck,
which is not good. Yeah, and that's not good. So
and then we'll stick with NXT here for a little bit. You had one NXT note on your list. Hit me with it.
Dex, our boy Dexter is good. Like it seems like they're continuing the push here, like with him, where he gets another. This is a big win to me, in my opinion.
Yeah, over the way. Yes.
So, because it's one of my favorite characters. I'm all for it. Like let's see it. Let's keep it going.
I'm really enjoying his character. I actually am enjoying what Austin Theory is doing with that whole storyline as well. And that's one thing I think NXT is doing a great job of. They are building stories. Right. We have Dexter Lumis and Austin Theory. We have Finn and Karrion Kross. It hasn't been going on that long, but long enough.
We got the battle of the cruiserweight titles.
Yeah, there's just a lot going. We got the Raquel Gonzalez and Io Shirai. That's just kind of getting started. But there's a lot of good stuff. Obviously, the Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole stuff. Like, there's just a lot of Xia Li. That's becoming a little bit of a story. There's just so much good with NXT. It's good shit, man. It's my favorite show of the week, to be honest. And I know I've said that a million times on this show now, but Dexter Lumis is, like, I agree with you, man. He is one of my favorite characters on the show. Just that stare, he beats shit out of you in the ring. Yeah, just good stuff, man. Good stuff, in my opinion. You ready to move on to the next bullet points, if you will?
Next bullet.
All right. The next bullet is MJF's faction. This is one of my bullet points here. I'm here for this, man. I love factions. Obviously, Four Horsemen, NWO. Like, NWO is honestly like one of my favorite other not Four Horsemen. Four Horsemen. That was the word I'm looking for. I just said it.
Not Four Horsemen faction.
Faction. Thank you. I had a huge brain fart there. I thought Tully actually, for an old man, Tully cut a hell of a promo. And I actually like their name, called, the Pinnacle. I think that's a great freaking name for this type of faction where it's going. Like, they just think they're better than everybody. I love it. I'm here for it, man. What do you think?
Well, I was just waiting for the Evolution music to start. Evolution is a mystery. I was waiting for that. But but seriously, like I think this is like, this is gonna like they're gonna have some gold, put it that way. Like this faction is gonna win some stuff. Where I didn't really feel that with the Inner Circle. I felt like they were okay, but I didn't like it. It was just kind of hard to believe that they were gonna be, the draped in gold kind of thing.
Yeah.
But this one, I can't, like, it's like almost every single member of this faction, I feel like could win a title and win tag team titles. So,
and I'm ready to see Wardlow get a push.
Yeah.
Like let's have. I mean, it's tough.
The Batista of the group.
Yeah, there's only that one title, like that the secondary title, the TNT title. Like I would love for this Pinnacle group to have all the belts. Give MJF the world title, FTR the tag belts, but then you got Shawn Spears and Wardlow, and it's like, which one of those do you give the TNT title to? And I think as of right now, Shawn Spears would get it, but I really want to see Wardlow get a push, man. He's so big and he has the look. I'm not sure why they're not giving him that push, but
probably just more. We're liking his look and his character. His his experience might not just be there quite yet. From what this is, we're on the outside looking in here, but that might be what the case. Because I mean, as I sometimes sit and watch AEW Dark, a lot of my questions get answered when you watch it, because it's like, okay, that guy does need some work. Like, like he'll look good. Like, we're seeing him look good for a few minutes on TV. But when you see them go over there, like AEW Dark is basically, like Wrestling Challenge, if you will.
Yeah.
and you see a couple of, I sent you a botch today by the dinosaur.
Right.
So Luchasaurus. So, and that was total, like the botch was basically, it was basic stuff. So that said, all right, so see, they need, we're, so sometimes we got to pump the brakes on people that we like the look of, and the in-ring work has to be there too, especially when you're getting a push.
I think we need to rename our group chat, by the way, to the Pinnacle. But we were saying it in that group chat today. It was like, why can't they edit that out? It's AEW Dark. Like, you're supposed to not see that. Like, you should be editing that kind of botch out. WrestleBot should not be posting that, because nobody should have seen it.
Because Dark just goes raw. Like they, like you hear, like, I mean, at this point, when you watch the show Botchamania on YouTube, they have a spot for Taz. Like they have a block of Taz just messing up on AEW Dark, and he makes fun of himself for doing it. So it's like, I don't think they really take it seriously on Dark.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right. So a couple other things, just with AEW, just kind of touching on a couple points. I thought Christian cut a really good promo. Not sure I'm ready. Like, I'm not sure he's probably not going to win, but I'm not sure I want Christian going after the AEW title. Like, why bring in an old guy to win the title instead of like I said, put MJF, put the belt on MJF. Eventually that's going to happen. But like, it's just a great promo. That was my point. But I just don't know where it's going. So.
Whoa, I'm sorry. I just I looked
brain fart.
No, I just glanced at our group chat, and one of our people said something really big.
Oh, I was gonna say, don't.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. No, but wow. Okay, so where were we?
I was just saying, Christian cut a great promo.
Right.
And then I don't really want the belt on him. I don't really care if the belt's on him or not.
Yeah, and then so what I was going to add was, again, you have the folks that are AEW hardcore that, just not too long ago, they were making fun of WWE for having a lot of old guys on top of the card. and here we are. Like, I mean, in fact, Christian was one of the guys they were making fun of being the last 4 guys in this past Royal Rumble. And I saw AEW hardcore people going off on that. And then now that he shows up at a pay-per-view, now it's all good. Like, so I'm with you. I think he let's see him. I'm glad that in the promo he kind of alludes to he's going to be wrestling other people first, and then going after the championship. I don't think he needs the championship, like you said, because then now we're really talking about TNA Part 2 if he wins a title here.
Yeah, for sure.
So I mean, I already when Dynamite comes on now, I just I'm all the way saying this is WCW Part 2. Like, I mean, that's what it is. Because you could just it's all there. Like, all the characters and everybody is there, just like it's WCW.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. But that doesn't mean it can't be enjoyable. I think this is the nicest thing I've said about AEW since. Speaking of AEW, let's hold off on that last thought that you have about AEW for this week. And let's talk a little shit about WWE. Okay. Now, let me be clear here, because I actually felt this way while I was putting my list together. I'm like, man, I feel like a lot of my picks lately for what we're gonna my 3 picks, I feel like it's been a lot of shitting on stuff, except for NXT. Although tonight was kind of shitting on NXT
with Bronson Reed.
Yeah, Bronson Reed, and cool, he's got a 712-day thing, but who's he beat? But let me ask you this: so before Raw came on TV this week, they announced one of the main events for WrestleMania, and it's going to be Lashley and Drew McIntyre, and everybody's pissed. Not everybody, but a lot of people were upset that there's no Brock Lesnar. So, but who cares?
I'm not looking for Brock Lesnar. I'm sorry.
No. Brock Lesnar will be back at SummerSlam, allegedly. But why announce that main event? I understand tickets are about to go on sale. You wanna, you wanna pimp the Peacock thing, but there's a pay-per-view before WrestleMania. This is why I don't like Fastlane. You're putting the main event out there. So now we know at Fastlane on Sunday, there's going to be nothing big happening. There's not really a reason for us to watch.
No, there isn't.
Actually, as of right now, Lashley's not even on the card for Fastlane.
As he shouldn't be. Your world champion does not need to be on this pay-per-view. He just doesn't. It's weeks before WrestleMania. This should have been this would have been you're on Peacock, have a Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
Instead of calling this a pay-per-view. Right. And I think this would have been way better. Have some bullshit tag team match, with and then they have the at the end of the tag team match, it ends in a smudge, and then they have the the forehead to forehead look for the video package at WrestleMania, right?
Yeah.
So, and we would have all been fine with that. But to call this a pay-per-view and you're weeks before WrestleMania, and I mean, are there I haven't seen the card yet. Are there even any title matches in this?
There's 6 matches right now. We'll get into it when we get to our picks, but there's Roman versus Daniel Bryan for the Universal title.
Okay, right.
But the winner so the winner of the match between Edge and Jey Uso on March 19th, which is when this episode comes out, we'll get to special guest, be the special guest enforcer.
Yep.
Then Big E versus Apollo for the Intercontinental match, Intercontinental title, and the women's tag team belt, Sasha and Bianca versus Nia and Shayna. So,
and they got So again, so it's almost mostly a SmackDown storyline pay-per-view here.
Yeah. It's just not a lot. There's not a lot of action. I mean, there's 2 Raw matches, and then the rest is SmackDown stuff. There's only 5 listed on Wikipedia right now. So, it's not honestly it's just blah. It's if we weren't doing a reaction show to this, I probably wouldn't even be watching it.
Saturday night, it should be Dun, 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 you know, should be Saturday Night's Main Event. um,
Now, I'm assuming you wanted to shit on WWE a little bit too, looking at your pick here for some WWE news. You got New Day versus AJ and Amos at Mania. What are your thoughts on that?
you know, I don't think I'm going to shit on it. I think,
What?
yeah.
Okay, I will. You go ahead, and then I'll shit on it.
Well, first I was actually really like, I did not expect New Day to win the tag team titles. I didn't.
No, and I saw people were upset about this. Like who cares? Like first of all, it's the tag titles. B, it's New Day. Like, are people sick of New Day? Like, New Day is like in this like group that
right.
of people that I cannot dislike.
Exactly. Like, you know, there's New Day, there's R-Truth. Like, I don't care what R-Truth does. I'm gonna watch. So anywho, so it looks like, as I guess from what we're seeing here, like we're gonna have Amos have his in-ring debut at Mania in a tag team match, which I think that's a good way to bring a guy to bring, like, because we've all been waiting for this guy to get in the ring, and a tag team match is a good way to have him come in. So
that's true. Yep.
So you can cover him up a little bit. It's not so much focus on him. So I don't have a. What are you going to shit on here?
What I'm shitting on is them wasting AJ. And that's nothing against the New Day. I just feel like AJ is one of your biggest names in the company.
But this is the only title he doesn't have, right? That he hasn't won.
Was he Intercontinental Champion?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right.
I think so.
Yeah, then okay.
I think this is it.
So maybe they're trying to
in the promo, he says my bucket list is getting short, so and the tag team titles is it, I think.
Yeah. All right. Then okay, then I can't shit on it, I guess. I tried to shit on it. Just when I heard it and saw it, I was like, man, like, why are they wasting AJ in a tag match? But I guess that makes some sense there.
Yeah. And then he's not in the title picture, so, and then this puts him in a title picture, and then they can have a good, like, it could be a good match.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He beat Daniel Bryan. It's crazy how, like, I can remember who, like, Ultimate Warrior beat for the Intercontinental title. I can remember like who Bret Hart beat the first time he won the Intercontinental title, and like certain things. I remember Texas Tornado winning the Intercontinental title, but it's like AJ won the Intercontinental title. He did. Like, obviously, I'm not paying. I mean, I'm
title
probably
change hands too much. That's
right.
Why.
That's exactly it. That's exactly where I was going to end up going with that. But
they changed hands too much. It was an event when a guy lost the title. Like, like what Honky Tonk Man, who you have to call one of the greatest Intercontinental champions ever.
Yeah. Yep.
And it was an event for him to lose it. And the way that he lost it, like, to me, that was excellent writing, like, for that moment. So, Texas Tornado beating Mr. Perfect, and he had the perfect streak, and they talked about, like, even the promo that him and Bobby had before they went out to the ring, they were making fun of his name and, oh, he's from Texas and what is this, and then he goes out there and wins. So no, this is it's too many times, too many title changes.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's talk about probably what everybody else is talking about this week. The Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa match. Now, I was telling DJ before we got on the air here, I was watching AEW and then had other stuff come up with like my real job and stuff like that. And I didn't get to finish it. So my trivia tonight ended short because this is embarrassing. Not for me, but like the venue I do it at was having problems with the bathroom. So they had to close because people couldn't use the bathroom. So we had to end it like a half hour, 45 minutes early. So I was like, I came home and I put that match on immediately so that everybody's talking about it. I've seen pictures all day. These ladies left it all out there, man. Like, they freaking killed it.
Right.
They killed it. Yeah, talk to me about this match, man.
This
your
was
thoughts.
Yeah, this was just flat out. I don't care, what gender. Kind of a match. Like, it doesn't matter what gender they were. If you're not a wrestling fan, if you didn't enjoy this match, just put it that way. I'll say it flat out. If you did not enjoy this match, then this is not the type of programming for you. Then
I'll be honest with you, man. This match, as I'm watching it, there was like legit like oh
yes,
like,
yes.
As I'm watching it, my kid walked in and saw me like watching it, and he's like he cringed and walked out of the room because of Britt Baker's face being all bloody.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think anybody was expecting this match to turn into what it turned into.
I did not.
And it's only March, but I will say this is already one of, if not the match of 2021.
It's definitely a candidate. Definitely. They didn't need this to be taped. This is not a cinematic match. They did this live, old school. I would have loved to watch this match with Greg the Hammer Valentine. Just to watch him watch it. Like that would have been fun for me. Because I don't agree with anything he has to say when it comes to women's wrestling. And then you were saying, like, what was that with Jim? What did Jim Ross say?
Oh, Jim Ross. So I'm watching this and I hear Jim Ross go, "Both these ladies are damaged goods." Bro, you can't be saying that. Like, I get like they literally just had the shit beat out of them, but you cannot call them damaged goods on a national television program. Like, what are you doing? Jim Ross, we've talked about it before, man. Jim Ross, it's time to hang it up, bro. I love you. I love you, Jim Ross.
Right.
One of my favorites ever, but it's time to hang it up, man.
No, I think he lost his fastball. And, like, I'm a Dodger fan. Like, Vin Scully is still alive, folks, but he doesn't broadcast anymore, for example.
Right.
So just you can stop. It's okay. And then help out in the gorilla.
Yes.
Because from what I saw from Tony this week, they need the help back there. Tony should never come out from Gorilla ever again during a taping.
No, he should not be on TV at all. We're talking about Tony Khan too, not Tony Schiavone.
No, not Tony. No, Tony Schiavone's he's a gem of wrestling. Like he's I love Tony Schiavone.
One thing I did want to talk about is Powerhouse Hobbs tweeted out last night, "Y'all better put some respect on this women's division."
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag AEW Dynamite and then 3 clapping hands. So I got on our Twitter and I replied. I said, "Why? Because of one match? Because of 2 women? Thunder Rosa is a part-timer for you all. Sorry, man. Look at NXT's division. Whole division is great, top to bottom." I didn't get a ton of like replies on that. I got 11 likes. I mean, that's not a ton, but people paid attention to it. Some dude tried to like go at us.
Of course.
With, like, nobody watches NXT.
That's your bad. If you're not watching NXT, because I looked at the ratings today, and so again, like, and I like looking at Alvarez post that, and then I like reading the comments. And it's just to celebrate your main show never being able to go a million viewers
right
on a Wednesday, which is like, if you got something good on a Wednesday, you can do it. Like it should be done. It's not good. Like, to me, it's just not that great to be, oh, we won again. Like you didn't win that like really that well, because you're not getting a million viewers.
My thing was just like, the whole division is the drizzling shits in AEW.
Right.
Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa literally are the 2 best women they have in that women's division. And Thunder Rosa isn't even technically AEW property or under contract with AEW. She's under contract with NWA. Like, right. And
I'd put Cheetah in there too.
Yeah, she's good. But I just feel like these two are the the top, and there's such a drop off.
Yeah, they have the whole overall, like, Sheeta still, I feel like she's still working on being charismatic. She has the in-ring all to get, like, she doesn't have to do anything, like, she's got that together. It's the the personality. Like you're not drawing. She doesn't draw me in. She doesn't draw you to watch a match.
Yeah.
Whereas Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker do, and they have the in ring, as you saw last night. They also have the in ring.
Killed it. They killed it last night. I actually might go back and like put that on while I'm editing this show tonight, just to rewatch it again. That was our 3 things each there, guys, in the world of wrestling. Real quick here, let's just give you a word from our sponsors. Our good old friend Jack over at Figure Collections has a little something to tell you. Guys, how many figures do you have in your collection? 20, 50, 100? What about 43,000 figures? What? 43,000 figures. FigureCollections.com has a database of 43,000 action figures and toys, allowing you to search by character or series. You wonder how many freaking Undertaker figures there are? I'll give you a hint. It's over 300. You can see pictures of almost all of them by searching Undertaker in FigureCollections.com database. FigureCollections.com has been around since 2007, providing the best figure information, deals, and videos. You can get all the info over at FigureCollections.com. Check out the figure database today. It's FigureCollections.com. There you go, FigureCollections.com. It's the place to be. And while you're over there, don't forget, he's got a whole database of figures like we just mentioned, but also he's got that Nick Aldis retro from Cella Toys up there. All you got to do is go to, pulling it back up here, it's figurecollections.com/store. It's going to bring you to his eBay store. He's still working on getting the checkout process squared away on his actual website, which should be soon. But they are $36.99 with free shipping. Well worth it. These figures look amazing. And he's got, of course, a ton of other good stuff on there. So make sure you check. He's got a lot of DC stuff up there right now. Some Hollywood Hogan stuff, some Jakks WWE stuff. He's got a lot of good stuff. Me and him are doing a lot of stuff together too. Ricochet. Oh man, that Ricochet Elite's only $16.98 over there. Sorry. Video game stuff, Sonic the Hedgehog, Mortal Kombat. He's got an Orange Cassidy AEW figure up there. So just check out Jack's website, figurecollections.com. And if you want to check out the eBay store, it's figurecollections.com/store. So we'll run through some, actually, you know what? Real quick. Oh, we'll do our Fastlane picks, and then we'll do Kenny's Impact Minute. So Fastlane is this Sunday night. You guys know the deal. We will be in the Fig Cave going live right after the pay-per-view. DJ, we're talking about this now. I don't know if I'm going to be there. I have a hot 7 o'clock. So the pay-per-view starts at 7 o'clock. We'll see what happens. I could be there. I could not be there. We'll see what happens, but I will put it in your hands, and I know you will. I know you will do a great job with it.
Yeah, we usually have fun even when you're not there.
It's probably more fun when I'm not there. But there's only, like we mentioned before, there's only 5 matches listed on the card right now.
Right.
Where did I put the belt? Oh, it's right here. I was gonna say, as you guys can see, if you're watching the YouTube video, as you saw last week, we have the AEW belt here. My wife may make a little remix of this belt for us to make it more of a run-in podcast belt. But here I am, the prediction champion. I told you guys, said it last week, after Royal Rumble, or at Royal Rumble, I was coming. We got to figure out what we're doing WrestleMania week, because there's a lot of wrestling to be making picks of. I don't know if we need to be picking everything. So let's start here. We'll just go in order. Number 1, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler with Reginald versus Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. Sasha and Bianca, I believe they're going at it at Mania, aren't they?
Yes.
So there's no way in hell they're going to win this match. It's going to be Nia and Shayna Baszler, in my opinion. How about you?
I don't know what you do if they win this thing. Right. Yeah, I kind of have to go with Shayna and Nia.
All right, so we're off to a terrible start here. I have a feeling me and you are going to make a lot of the same picks for this one, and I'm just going to hold it. It's going to be a double count out.
It's going to come down to like one match.
So I'll let you go for number 2. It's Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman versus Daniel Bryan.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder who you're going to pick.
Yeah. Yeah. No, do we even need to say, like, Daniel Bryan is not winning the championship at this pay-per-view.
So you're wearing a Shield shirt and picking Roman Reigns.
That's it.
All right. Number 3 is me. It's Big E versus Apollo. This is probably the one title I could see changing hands because you could have these guys go back at it at Mania. But I think Big E holds on to it.
I think I'm like, this is where I'm gonna like let me take a chance here, and go with the Nigerian Nightmare.
No, okay. I wasn't saying that about your pick. I was saying that more about him being the Nigerian Nightmare. I'm not a fan of that angle, but it's just weird that he's been, quote unquote American.
Nigerian,
No, yeah, I do know that, but it's just weird that he's the reverse Kofi. He went from not having an accent to all of a sudden now he has an accent.
And it's probably like the accent that he hears at home, because
I'm not shitting on him for actually being Nigerian. I'm just
right. No, I got you.
They should have been doing this from day one, I think.
I think so too. I wouldn't have changed his name from Uha Nation. I loved it.
Yep. Next match is Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. DJ, it's your pick first.
I'm gonna go Drew. I think Drew wins it and gets the train going to WrestleMania. Or something crazy happens and we have Sheamus and them somehow get into the title match as well at WrestleMania. I can see that happening too.
Ooh,
but I say Drew wins it though.
All right. I agree with you. I think Drew McIntyre is winning. This one is probably the weirdest one to pick on the card. It's Alexa Bliss versus Randy Orton, an intergender match. There's no chance that the Fiend does not get involved in this. No chance that he does not get involved.
Zero chance.
So, I'm going to pick no contest because the Fiend gets involved. Can we do that? Is that legal?
Sure.
All right. So I'm writing no contest. What are you picking?
I say crazy enough. I say Alexa Bliss wins this thing.
Okay.
The referee doesn't catch it and she wins.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I should have probably picked Alexa Bliss because of Bray Wyatt, not any other reason. Damn it.
He just shows up on a screen and
whatever.
Black
sets
tar
him on fire.
Black tar happens and she rolls him up,
All right. So there's our 5 matches for the very unexciting pay-per-view of Fastlane.
And it's almost like a takeover, 5 matches.
Yeah, and it's your first pay-per-view on Peacock. So don't forget about that. We'll talk more about Peacock in a minute. First, we got to let you get a little bit of Kenny's Impact Minute. It's more than a minute because they had a pay-per-view this week. So it's a minute and 38 seconds, I think. So I'm going to go pee while you guys listen to Kenny's Impact Minute.
It's your boy Kenny with the Impact highlights of the week. We have a brand new unified champion as Rich Swann took on Moose, with Rich Swann getting the victory and becoming the unified Impact TNA World Heavyweight Champ. That means that he will have the opportunity to battle it out with Kenny Omega to fight for the AEW title and the Impact title. Both titles will be on the line at this next pay-per-view. We also had the Good Brothers taking on FinJuice, with FinJuice getting the victory and becoming the new Impact Tag Team Champions. Now, news came in this past Tuesday that FinJuice will be taking a trip to Japan for a whole entire month, which means that the tag team champions here in America will be on ice, but will be lighting up the stage in Japan. That means that the Good Brothers, in order to get a title shot, will have to travel to Japan, which means that the relationship for New Japan Pro Wrestling and Impact Pro Wrestling will be back open. We also had Ace Austin taking on TJ Perkins, with Ace Austin getting the victory and becoming the new X Division champion. The only highlights that I have from this past Tuesday is when Don Callis confronted Rich Swann and letting him know that his time is ticking as he's gonna go battle Kenny Omega. And he's basically telling him that Kenny Omega will be the new Impact champion, which left Rich Swann in the middle of the ring, thinking to himself, wondering what he get himself into. That's the only highlights that I have for this week. Guys, back to you.
All right, that is Kenny's Impact Minute. Time to roll over into some news. We've been talking a lot about this. We talked about it last week. I had anxiety over it about the transition from the WWE Network to Peacock. But I will I will say this: if you follow at King Motivator H, it's the Oracle of Wrestling, King Motivator H. He's been tweeting out a whole bunch of stuff that's been added to Peacock's version of the WWE Network. He's got 30 WrestleManias have been uploaded. Last I checked, 5, 6, 16, 23, 28, and 31 are missing. Lots of random uploads of WCW, ECW, and WWE pay-per-views. It's notable that so far the best way to find things is to go to the search bar. Raw, SmackDown, NXT episodes, season years have been uploaded. Raw from September 08 through last month, of SmackDown from October 19th through last month, NXT from April 19th through last month. So just go follow him. Look at the thread. There is a bunch of stuff that has been added. 31 Royal Rumbles already. Every Survivor Series except for 2014 has been added. Every SummerSlam except 2008 and 2017. All of the best of WWE match compilations have been uploaded. Let's see here. I'm just kind of running through here real quick. War Games 2019 through Vengeance 2021 for NXT takeovers. No NXT UK or NXT UK takeovers so far that he's seen. That was 15 hours ago while we were looking through this. So just look through his tweets there. He's got a lot of stuff. Like, it's a lot of tweets. It's a whole thread. But there is a lot of stuff up there, including my WWE Superstars selection or section. So
yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I got that. Oh, I had that on a few minutes ago, but while we're recording here. So Peacock, the transition, I don't think it's going to be as long as we thought it was last week. And of course, Fastlane is the first pay-per-view that you'll see on the network, and then WrestleMania, of course, will be on there as well. So it seems like it's going to be a little bit easier transition. I got to just we talked about this before. Friend of the show, John James, sent me a little link on the DL about how to get Peacock onto my Fire Stick. That's what I gotta figure out, because there's no Peacock app for it right now. So
yeah, so I use Apple TV, and while you were giving us all that, like, I was kind of flipping through it, and one thing I am liking, they have a playlist for each star, like tag team, and each WWE superstar.
Oh, that's cool.
So you can like click on, like, say Rhea Ripley, and then it's going to give you a bunch of like the Rhea Ripley matches.
Yeah.
So that's
cool.
kind of
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. WrestleMania tickets are on sale. A couple of people I know got them. I'm going to hold out till Hollywood. I'm not even going to go to Texas next year, I don't think, just because I'm going to hold out till Hollywood. Why not have my first one be with DJ?
Hey.
Andrade asked for his release. We talked about that already. And then Eric Bischoff to the Hall of Fame. I'm kind of shocked that he wasn't part of wasn't part of the NWO announcement of him getting in with the NWO, but now he kind of will, because they're doing the 2020 and the 2021 Hall of Fame. So Eazy-E definitely belongs in the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Probably he made a couple 2-3 bad decisions.
But who hasn't? What Booker hasn't,
one of the greatest factions in the history of wrestling is his fault. So, or because of him. So, and probably the greatest heel turn in the history of wrestling. Definitely the greatest heel turn in the history of wrestling is because of Eric Bischoff. So kudos to him. And I met Eric Bischoff at a Comic-Con like probably 6 or 7 years ago now. One of the nicest guys you could ever meet. He was so nice, like took his time with everybody, like literally felt like you knew him. Like just by, hanging out with him for 5 minutes or whatever at his table or whatever, literally felt like you knew him for a lifetime. It was awesome. But other than that, not a whole lot of news. I mean, WrestleMania is coming. So, a couple guys.
That's good. I don't want to hear, like, nobody give me nothing. I don't want to hear nothing about it.
Yeah. Don't tweet us. Don't tweet us spoilers. I don't want spoilers. But I think it's time to move on to Walk That Toy Aisle. What do you say, DJ?
Let's walk it.
And Walk That Toy Aisle, new sponsor for Walk That Toy Aisle. It's Stack of Cards. Go to stackofcards.com and use the code RUN10 at checkout to save yourself 10%. New packs of cards on their website every single Friday. Use that code RUN10 to save yourself 10%. So, DJ, last week we got it was Friday.
Yep.
We got an announcement from Action Figure Attack, who is Steve Ozer, who works for Mattel.
Right.
Says, get ready, guys. New Mattel WWE action figure reveals debuting on WWE.com tomorrow at approximately 10 a.m. So this is Saturday, right? So these reveals hit, and it's the Reckon knockout ring, and it's or kickout ring. It's the beast mode figures, which is like these little blind bags. It's okay, cool. Some elites. It's top picks, and then it's basics, including 2 of the worst basics I've ever seen in my life. Let's digest these. Let's dissect these. We'll skip the ring. We'll skip the beast mode. Top picks. I mean, I got nothing against top picks. I get the point of them. It's like there should be a ton of these in the stores in case little, Grandma Jane wants to go buy little Jimmy an action figure for his birthday or Christmas.
Sure.
This top picks is Rey Mysterio with like his comeback year on, like when he came back to WWE. Roman, Drew McIntyre with the belt, and John Cena. It's Word Life John Cena, which actually, funny enough, I might snag if I see it. And he's even got the Word Life hands with the, with the pinkies out. So I might actually grab
you would.
Cena. Yeah, I got one Cena in my collection, and it's the comeback, the 2008 Royal Rumble.
Right.
But yeah, it was just, I hated that they tweeted this and then these were the reveals. It's kind of what I'm getting at. The next announcement was basics, and it was basic 120, which is Scarlett, who is the Chase. She comes in a wrestling gear and then her little like Catwoman suit. Karrion Kross, Pete Dunne, and 2 of the worst figures I think have ever been made. Edge in you guys have probably seen the pictures by now, but if you haven't, go to Ringside's website. They're trying to put like a green army colored shirt on him,
right?
And it just doesn't look green enough.
No.
It also, like, the shirt has abs and pecs and a belly button. Like, Mattel, I understand that these are basics. Make a t-shirt mold. Like, come on.
Because it looks like he's got like so if from far away, like if you don't look at it twice, it looks like he has a chest tattoo.
Yeah, that's exactly what I kept saying. I kept commenting that, and I was trolling a little bit, saying like, "Oh, sick chest tat, bro," on all the pictures that I saw posted of this figure, because that's exactly what it looks like. Or it looks like he has like his skin is like changing color because of this tattoo.
Some Zartan stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So the shirt needs to be darker. They need a t-shirt mold, which is weird that they used to have them. They used to do a whole t-shirt line at Walmart. Like I had the Macho Man one. It was a purple shirt with Macho Man and jeans. Like
exactly.
It's weird that the basics have just gone off the rails. Bad. And then the other one is, who the hell asked for this? Bald Shawn Michaels from the Saudi Arabia show. Now I've said on a couple of posts, if I see this in store, I will absolutely probably buy this. Absolutely probably. I'll absolutely probably buy this because it's so bad.
It's so bad it's good.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody posted a picture of John Travolta, and it looks like John Travolta.
Yeah,
like now, bald John Travolta.
Yeah, it does.
A lot of people also said it was Adam Pearce, which I thought was hilarious. But this is.
I go more with the John Travolta.
Yeah,
it does.
Like, who asked for this figure? Who said, you know what we should make? We should make Shawn Michaels bald. Like,
wouldn't that be great?
Come on. Unbelievable. But yeah, so some lackluster reveals, and which sucks. But we do know that WrestleMania is coming. And there'll probably be some reveals there. So they're probably holding out on some of those. We did see like packaged 119 basic series, which is Dominic Djokovic, Triple H in a suit, John Cena, Randy Orton
coming back. Then are we going to get Dominic's character?
that's going to be his only figure. They probably made it, and then they're going to be like, "Oh, now you're in Retribution, you're T-Bar, and you're not going to get another figure." But there's also Lacey Evans Chase in that series where she's.
But it does look like Retribution is not going to be together that much.
That's
longer.
true. That's true. And then we also saw finally that Ringside started teasing on Tuesday there was going to be more reveals.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of all figured it out that it was the Stone Cold and Ric Flair Ultimate Editions. I'll be honest with you, with the Stone Cold one, I'm a little underwhelmed. But it's Stone Cold. Like, he's got black trunks, a vest, and a t-shirt and a hat. Like, what do you want him to have? You know?
Right.
So I pre-ordered both. Obviously pre-ordered the Ric Flair. This is the greatest Ric Flair figure ever.
Yeah, that is. It's sick.
With the hands, the fingers, the woo face,
yep.
The robe, like
Big
this
gold.
this checks all the boxes, man. The robe is freaking beautiful. Yeah. A few people have asked me how many I ordered. I only ordered one for right now. But I'll be honest, if I see it at the store, I probably will buy a second one.
Okay.
But I just ordered one for
one to keep in the box.
Yeah, I'll probably just keep one in the box and have one loose. But
okay.
yeah,
fair.
Man, great looking figs. Did you order either one?
I did. I went on it because that was actually a pretty good deal for the combo.
For the combo, and then you saw one of the codes and get 10% off.
Exactly. So
yeah. So it was like free shipping, I think it ended up being. So it was a good deal. And you'll get it before everybody else. That was like what it was for me. I saw we should touch on this. Entertainment Earth posted. They did this with the Fiend and Hogan one. Where they post it for they posted the set for like $34.99 or $39.99.
Which the whole group jumped on. Like we messaged each other and everybody jumped on it.
Not me. Well, for the Fiend one, yes. For the Fiend and the Hogan one, yes. I was like, yep. But then I saw this set pop up, and I was like, oh no, we've seen this dance before. I am not doing that. And a couple of people I know were like, I'm going to try it. Whatever. If they cancel, they cancel. They didn't cancel it, but they did jack up the price like they did with us when we saw the Fiend and the Hogan. And then they're banking on you not canceling because Ringside is probably on. Let's see. Never mind. I'm not on Ringside's website. I was gonna see what back order they're on, and Heroes Hideout is sold out, and you know what I mean. They're probably this is gonna be I feel like they're baiting and switching people is where I'm trying to go with that. Ooh. But which is a terrible way to do it, especially if people start catching on to this. Obviously not everybody pays as much attention to the figure world as us or other people out there, the groups and stuff like that. But if word keeps spreading, they're gonna I think people will be pissed if this keeps happening.
It's still late May. They're still on Ringside. You're still good for late May.
Okay, all right, cool. So go order them from Ringside. Zombie Sailor, he's been working on these retro figures. He showed the pictures of Sabu, bro. Not to sound like Vinny Russo, but bro, the detail on these figures, I'm almost at a point where I'm not going to care what these cost because they're so good looking. Like the Sabu, he's got the scars on his stomach. Yep. The face scan is unreal. Actually, he's got the scars all over his body. He's got the I don't know the actual the hat. I don't know what it's actually called. But yeah, he's just got, oh man, I can't wait to see it painted. The pants are perfect. I'm starting to be a sucker again for retros and Hasbros, and it's not good for my wallet. Not good for my wallet.
Well, this Sabu I did and I'm not a huge Hasbro guy. But this and he kind of alleviated all the things I don't really enjoy about Hasbro. Like you said, it's so that face sculpt he did, and the scars, and so I like more. I like my figures to look a little bit realistic, and this one, even as in Hasbro, does. Yeah. So I'd still like to see the price, but yeah, it's definitely got me thinking about it.
I'm guessing it's going to be like $30. That's my guess for a Hasbro. I mean, that's what the Cella Toys, Jack from figurecollections.com, he's selling them for around $30. So I think that's probably where these will be, maybe a little bit more because there's a little more detail in these. And I think, well, those are limited to 2,000. So the Cello Toys one. So we'll see. More details are supposed to be coming out on those. Make sure you're following Zombie Sailor. He's a great dude. I got to talk to him at the Major Brothers live show back in November. And he's awesome. Jeremy Padower, the godfather of wrestling figures. He put out a now some people are saying this is fake, some are saying it's real. The ultra rare AEW French Canadian 2L Chase. This was only a small percentage of total of the 1 in 500 John Moxley Chase. Do you think you've discovered all the surprises yet? Easter eggs still being discovered. Nice find. And then he tagged Major Wrestling Figure Pod, All Elite, and Jazzwares. So I'm curious what you like. Apparently there's like a couple of French versions or French Canadian versions of the John Moxley 1 of 500 AEW figure. If this is real and he's not just trolling, this is a great, I would love if there's like random just Easter eggs on certain figures, like maybe 2 or 3 of them in the country or in the world or whatever. Like that's just such a cool thing to do. I love it. And it's going to probably drive a lot of collectors nuts because, completists and things like that, they're going to want that. I'm glad I'm not a completist.
Get your passport together.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no information on like where this was found. I'm curious, like if it was found in America and it has that sticker on it, or if it was actually found up in Canada. But it's it's awesome that Jeremy Padower is doing this.
And I think it's an homage to the last line of LJNs that were on the black card and that were Canadian, and it had like,
oh, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, and it had like French writing on it. It had French, language on it and everything. So I think that's what I think he's going with this. But like you said, I think he can take it further. I would, send 5 of them to Australia and 2 in Mexico and
Right.
whatever. And I think it's fun because I'm not a completionist. So
same here.
But I like watching people. I do get a kick out of watching people try to complete stuff.
Speaking of Jeremy Padower, we'll talk more a little bit about him in just a little bit and dive back into WWE line in a second. But Sideshow, your boys, your favorite website. They have a Stone Cold Steve Austin coming out, right?
They do.
Did you talk to me, man? Let me know what's up with it.
Well, I wish I would have pulled it up first, but
I'm pulling it up right now.
Okay.
I can tell you that the layaway plan, if you're looking to order this, for one thing, it's $600, but this looks like it is Stone Cold coming to your house.
Right.
So let me preface this with friend of the show, Kyle Peterson, buys these just like you do. He put up a picture of like the Ultimate Warrior one, and I was like, oh man, I wish they would make a Ric Flair. And he let me know that they do.
They do, yeah.
However, no longer available. And I looked on eBay and it's now $1,500. Like they're selling for $1,500, not just listed. They are selling for $1,500. So you'll see now this is 1 in 4th scale. You'll see on the website that it's $600, limited edition.
Yep.
The layaway flex, you can pre-order this for $67 down. And you make 8 payments. You can actually make less. You can make more. You can't make more than 8. You can't make more than 8. Sorry, I'm looking at
8
right
is
now.
where you are. Yeah, 8 is where they are now.
So
it's
for
about the size of your torso.
Yep.
I can see that.
This thing looks real as hell, though. Like I'm looking at this, and it looks like this looks like a real picture of Stone Cold.
It does.
I'm so mad at myself for missing out on the Ric Flair one.
Sideshow that I'm trying to tell folks that have not purchased one of these yet or anything from this website, they don't mess around. Like they don't mess around with the absolute details of each figure. That's why it's $600 because this is handcrafted, handmade to the pores in the skin kind of thing. You can see the veins in his arms. And this one had me thinking pretty hard about it because the Rock one is great too. Like the Rock one is excellent. It's just like like I didn't catch it in time to have a really good layaway plan as I can right now with Stone here.
I'm curious why. So Stone Cold is 600, but I'm on the website right now. The Rock is 700. I'm 750.
It's got two torsos.
Why? Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah, it's got two torsos. One is it's the older Rock, or the one where he has a little bit of a flat top.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. So I was curious. I'm like, why is he more? Here's my thing. I was going to ask you this while you were this thought came to me while you were talking there. What are your rules for because you buy these a lot. You buy these sideshows, hot toys. Not a lot, but you have more of them than I do.
I'm about to say I got a few. Like I was just counting them the other day. I was like, I got more than I thought.
But do you have a rule? Like for me, like there's probably I would buy Ric Flair and I'd buy Hogan, and that's probably it. I was gonna say Macho Man, but even him, I don't think. It depends which version of Macho Man. Like, but like Ric Flair obviously is a no brainer for me. Hogan would probably be a no brainer for me, depending on what it looked like. Right. Like if it had his like tie-dye pants and his knee brace on, fuck that. I'm not buying that. But if it was like Hulk rules, like 1990s, early 90s, or even NWO Hogan, I'd probably would
you go Hollywood? Okay.
Yeah, I'd definitely consider it. But like, what's your rules for buying these?
Well, just like kind of what you're alluding to there, everything has to be like what I want. For me to dive in. Definitely emotional attachment to whatever character I'm buying on.
Right, because you're spending a lot of money. I mean, even if you're breaking it up into payment plans, you're still spending $600 on a statue.
Correct. So, and in my case, like I don't have any statues yet, but all of mine are the sideshow, like the subsidiary is Hot Toys, and then they have the action figures.
Okay. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, same company. This like the little, just a division of Sideshow is Hot Toys. So again, absolute detail. Like each figure has like an actual. They're wearing an outfit, and
right.
The Black Widow has hair, like it has human hair. Like they put a note in there that this is like human hair that has chemical in it to make sure it stays the same.
That's crazy.
So
crazy.
So yeah, I have to be emotionally attached to the character. I do like, I'm not gonna like, so like the $1,500 ones, not happening. Like it's just not
I will probably never own the Ric Flair one, sadly.
Right. I mean, maybe you'll find it at a estate sale or something crazy like that. With somebody's trying to just get like trying to make room or something like that. You can get lucky. But yeah, no, 4 figures is not happening. I would say this Stone Cold is probably right at my limit that I would be willing. Like I do, like if I really wanted this, like 8 payments of $67, I would do like that. I can do that.
We're kind of getting off topic here, or I'm getting off topic here, but it's kind of funny how like that makes a difference. Like there's a lot more websites doing like Klarna or Affirm or like Easy Pay. Even eBay now is doing like or not eBay, PayPal.
4 payment. Yep.
It does. I did that with the ringside order for the Ric Flair and the Stone Cold.
Nice.
I was like, break this up into 4 payments of $17. I was like, why wouldn't I do that? You know what I mean? Like, so a lot of these websites, they just want to make they're just trying to make the sale. And they're like making it easier. Like they're doing the opposite of some of these collectible websites where they're making it easier for you to give them their money.
Right.
And like, you don't have to take out credit or anything like that. And it's a home run, I think. Homage does it. I'll buy like 4 or 5 t-shirts, which is probably like, between 120 and $150. I buy them, a couple at a time or whatever. And the same thing. It's like you break it up into 4 payments and you're good to go. It's crazy. I actually love that flexibility. You're not spending any more than you would normally, like because you're not paying interest or anything like that. It's just you're breaking it up. Me and my buddy, a guy I play hockey with, actually, we had a whole conversation about this. He was using he's been using it for shoes. You can do it for sneakers on like finish line, finish line, Nike. Like they all accept it now. It's crazy.
Okay. Yep.
So
sometimes you got to do it that way, bro. Like, I mean, you know, we're all of us are not, you know, Matt Cardona. You know, we can't just go and buy whatever we just saw on the website. We gotta, you know, we gotta eat too.
Absolutely. All right, let's get off wrestling here for just a little bit, but we've got Hasbro Fan Pulse coming out April 9th. This is coming 21 days away as we're recording this. Hasbro Fan Fest is, I'm just reading up on it here, front row seats to engaging brand panels, behind the scenes content, product reveals, and exciting interactive activity, all in celebration of the people that inspire us to do what we do every day, our fans. The schedule is filled with exciting brand panels that offer fans exclusive news and opportunities to secure their favorite products before anyone else, as well as special guest appearances, product giveaways, and more. The event will be hosted by Sci-Fi Wire on-air correspondent, writer, and producer Jackie Jennings, and available to watch exclusively on the Hasbro Pulse YouTube. So probably getting some Marvel Legends, probably getting some Joes, some Transformers, some Star Wars stuff, all at this Hasbro Pulse Fan Fest April 9th, which is WrestleMania weekend, coincidentally, right? April 9th? Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, man, I got a big decision to make here in a couple of days or a couple of weeks. Like, I keep getting the email about Hasbro Pulse and whether I want to renew or not. And I'm kind of like, to be honest with you, I'm kind of like, I think I'm all set. I just,
yeah,
to me, there hasn't been enough to like pay the $75. Like, yeah, I get free shipping, but like, I'm still waiting on like some GI Joes that have been found in stores and on other websites. So I'm like, why even bother? Like, there's a couple exclusives that like I might have to pay shipping on, or I might not get first whack at, but whatever. Right. There's nothing that has come out really where I'm like, oh my God, I need to be the first one to have that. So
I mean, just as we were at Heroes Hideout, like there were Joes all over the wall. All of like, you know, all kinds of Joes all over the wall. Like, you know, So you know, you just pick it up right, just boom, in hand, no ship. I don't have to wait for it to ship. Yep. Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm with you. I don't know about that $75.
Right, for free, basically for free shipping. It's wild. Quick other we'll touch on this here. Hasbro, speaking of, they've got another wave of the real Ghostbusters coming out. They're gonna do the Ecto 1. They're gonna do a couple of the bad guys. I cannot remember the names off the top of my head. It was a guy with one eye, and the eye would shoot out. And then the toilet. I
remember the toilet. Yeah.
I'm trying to pull them up right now. They're exclusive to Walmart. And I know our boy John James posted them in the Fig Cave here. So you can order them now. Let me see here. If we can get Ecto 1. Yes. All right. Bug Eye Ghost Retro. That's available now. What the hell was the other one? Where's the toilet? Let's see. This is great radio.
Yeah, I used to laugh at that thing every time I saw it. I was just like,
fearsome flush.
Like they straight made a bad guy out of a toilet. Like this is genius,
dude. It reminds me of something out of Pee Wee Herman. Like that's right. It's just it's hilarious. I haven't pre-ordered these yet, but I probably will in the next day or two if they're not sold out yet. Like it was these. There's a couple of things that have we've been doing this in the Walk That Toy Out segment lately, where we kind of talk about like stuff that we're into and like stuff that like more like talking about our collecting habits and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the things is like I've been buying these real Ghostbusters, and I'm just kind of like, I don't really need these now. I see them in this. Same thing with the Masters of the Universe. Like we'll talk about it in weekly purchases. Like get a couple of weekly Masters of the Universe in this week, and I'm just kind of like, what am I going to do with these?
What did I do?
I'm really considering just sticking to Turtles and wrestling, but we'll see what happens. And Marvel and Star Wars.
Right.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But all right. Seinfeld Pops were announced this week.
I saw.
Motherfucking Pops.
They had like the whole cast, right?
Oh my god! So I actually sent them to a friend of mine who is not a huge. He's not a toy guy, but he is a Seinfeld. He's very much a Seinfeld guy. And I sent these to him. I sent him the picture of all 8 that are being released. And he goes, and I said, I don't need all 8 of those. I just need I need the top 4, which is Kramer, Jerry, George, and Elaine. And then the bottom 4 is Newman, Jerry in the pirate shirt, the Soup Nazi, which you can't say, so they call him something else, and then Elaine in the funny hat. And I was like, I just need the top 4 and Newman and the Soup Nazi. And he was like, well, if you're gonna buy 6, why not buy all 8? And I was like, you son of a bitch.
Why would you? That's what me and my friends do. Like, we'll see something.
I said, you're not helping me. I'm trying to show some control.
Would be like, you'd be stupid not to buy this.
Yeah, and then Jack from Figure Collections shoots me a link later that night that there is a Kramer in his underwear that's like an Amazon exclusive up for pre-order. So guess what I did? I pre-ordered it.
I was about to say, you pre-ordered Kramer in his draw.
Yeah, absolutely. Seinfeld is one of my favorite shows of all time, though. Like, I'm not going to be upset about buying those. And it's an Amazon exclusive. It's like if I decide I get it, and I'm just like, because sometimes with these pops, like The Office, even like The Simpsons, like there's certain guys where or certain lines where I'm just like, I just need to stick to like the main characters. Like The Office, I just want to stick to the main people. You know, Michael, Dwight, Pam, Stanley. But then they come out with Creed, and Creed's like one of my favorite characters.
Well, I mean, they got me with I guess just for the fun of it, I want the 7-Eleven Stone Cold Steve Austin pop.
I actually went into 7-Eleven last night on my way to trivia.
Yep.
And I was like, you know what? Let me just see if they got this. I was going to get a bang, and I was like, let me see if they got this. And it turns out somebody else was actually looking for it, and they didn't have it yet. So
yeah, mine neither. And I want the Walmart WandaVision vision, like the glow in the dark one. So they got me on those. I want them.
There's just, it's just so it's so easy. I bought there's a vlog on our website or on our YouTube where I buy Dumb and Dumber because I'm there in the suits.
Yep.
Fucking pops, man. They're the devil. Some G.I. Joe news. Speaking of expensive ass toys, Mezco
can,
they put out a Destro, $100. You can put $25 down as a deposit. So again, they're trying to help you. They're trying to make it more affordable. This is a great looking figure. We put pictures up on our Instagram. I'm gonna stick to the $20 Destro that I have. I don't need the $100 Destro here. I've never bought a Mezco either. It's a 1/12 scale, but lots of cool accessories and just great looking figure. So that's available if you guys are interested in that. Speaking of big ass figures, there is a 1/4. NECA is doing this. They are doing 1/4 scale Ninja Turtles. Donatello is available, and Raphael. Raphael, I think, actually just sold out within the last week or so. No, it's the other way around. Donatello. Hold on, let me just read this here. I might have this backwards. I just want to make sure I have the right info for you guys. Donatello and Raphael are both available. Donatello is going to come out in July. This is a 1/4 scale, so it's the same size as like that Stone Cold statue. Cartoon Ninja Turtle. I am not buying this. I know you guys are like you guys know I'm obsessed with the Ninja Turtles. I'm not buying these. They're too big and they're too expensive, but they look dope as hell. They really do.
This I just went to look at this Mezco Destro, just going back for a second, and the smile, one of the faces is a smile. Yes. It's kind of spooky. I don't know if I'd at first, like you said, this is a big figure. So
yep.
You can walk in one night and forget you have this thing and this thing smiling at you.
You know what's funny about that is that you bringing that up. My kid loves Stranger Things, and we went on vacation last summer, and there's a record store where we go on vacation, and we go every year, and they have 1 million pops. And he bought one of the big pops of the Demogorgon from Stranger Things. You know where that thing is right now? It's in the closet in my toy room because he's afraid of it. And it's
that's
a
great.
pop. It's like, it's not terrifying looking. It's a pop.
Oh,
but he's told me a couple times. He's like, can you try to sell that for me? See how much you can get for that for me. He's over it.
Can you get it out of here?
Yeah, he is over it. Over this scary Demogorgon. Just a couple more things here. DJ, I wanted to touch base here. Oh, one more turtle news. Sorry. Backtracking. NECA announced another Ninja Turtle release.
Right.
For Turtle Tuesday. There's going to be a lot of turtle news over the next couple months, guys, because we talked about this a few weeks ago, but Randy from NECA announced there's going to be like 51 new Ninja Turtle figures in 2021. I mean, that's across all lines and stuff like that, but they released a foot soldier. It's one of these ones. It's going to be at Target. It's a cartoon, but it looks like the old VHS tapes in the box, and that's what guys. That's what fucking gets me. Is these look like old school VHSs that I had.
That's what. But I
looked at this and I'm like, I don't need this. I don't need it. Definitely don't need it. Because I'll tell you why I don't need this. And DJ, I'm gonna stay strong. I'm gonna stay strong. Unless it's under $30. If it's under $30, I'm gonna buy it because it comes with a shit ton of accessories and it comes with a different head. That's like the only thing I feel like is different. It comes with two different heads. One has a red foot, one has a yellow foot, and then one is like an expanded hood and foot face. But the rest of the accessories, like, it comes with a ton of them. So if it's under $30, I will buy it. But if it's over $30, I'm gonna skip it. We put this up on our Instagram too, so you guys can go to our Instagram and check it out. And let me know what you think, honestly, because I feel like this is like just a money grab because there's going to be army builders that buy this for sure. But for me, it's just like, I don't necessarily need this. And I'm proud of myself for acknowledging that. I have enough foot soldiers. I have 4 of them, I think. And I think that's enough for the cartoon 4 on 4.
Ones. There you go. 4 on 4.
Yeah, exactly. 4 of the cartoon ones. So, all right. So one thing I wanted to talk to you about, DJ, I said we were going to come back to the WWE line here.
Yeah.
Jeremy Padower, he was the mastermind behind the WWE Classic Superstars Jakks series.
Yes.
And he tweeted out the other day that 18 years ago, he created this line or debuted this line. So real quick, I just wanted to know what your favorite WWE Classic Superstar figure was.
Man, that's a tough one because they had so many, like, that's what I liked about the line.
Many. Yeah. And this is like kind of what got me. I remember, like, I apologize if I told this story before on the podcast, but like, I remember, like, I lived with a roommate and one night we were just like, let's go buy some freaking Legos, man. Like, we're bored. Let's do Legos and like have a couple drinks. And I remember like just walking down the action figure section and being like, whoa, a Yokozuna action figure, like in like real form, a Ric Flair. I think I might have bought Ric Flair the first time like I was out.
Yeah. I found the Shawn, like the Shawn where when he beat Britt at WrestleMania. That's the first one I saw. Yep.
Boyhood dream comes true.
Yep.
So yeah, do you have a favorite one that like sticks out? I still have maybe a handful of them in my collection. Just guys that like don't get Mattel, that probably aren't going to get Mattels for various reasons, but like they did Brody, Bruiser Brody, like they've done Andy Kaufman, like it's crazy the lineup.
They captured a lot of history in these. Well, still, like to this day, over my shoulder here, I have the Warrior at WrestleMania 6.
Nice.
With the with the paint even on his chest, and I have him standing right next to the last Beach Warrior. Yep. So so it kind of it's a kind of a symbolic thing there. So now all I need is that the yellow Intercontinental title one. Yep. And then I think that'll be full circle, and maybe one day we'll get the Blade Runners.
maybe one day.
But I do like that fit like that. Only thing I like, the only thing I did not like about that line was, they got better at later, but those titles.
I was gonna say there, as much as they were awesome, there was a lot to not like.
Those titles in the first couple of lines was not good.
Yeah,
those Eagle titles are not good.
Some of them were just wrong. Like they would come with like the wrong guy. And like there's like 1 3-pack. I think it's Bobby Heenan, Ric Flair, and Mr. Perfect. And Bobby Heenan is just like freaking huge in it. Like,
and the size
not
difference
to scale.
They weren't to scale. Everybody was the same size. Everybody almost had the same body.
Yeah.
But it almost reminds you of the Remcos.
What I liked is that they did so many like random 2-packs and like 3-packs. Like I'm looking right now at a 2-pack of Roddy Piper, Snuka, and like the accessories, of course, are coconuts. Like
coconuts.
Genius.
Yeah. No, that and 18 years. Where did like seriously like we used to make fun of our parents saying, "Where did the time go?" Seriously, where did the time? Like 18 years.
I know it. It's crazy, man.
Wow.
It's crazy. So in my collection, I have Bob Sparkplug Holly.
Mm-hmm.
I have Adam Bomb, Nikita Koloff,
who just got a Mattel.
No, Nikolai Volkov got a Mattel. Nikita Koloff.
Oh, you're right. Nikita with the Russian sickle.
Yeah. I gotta have various Ric Flairs, obviously.
Of course.
And then that might be it, actually. I think I have Funaki because I love Funaki.
Right.
And he doesn't have a Mattel. Why doesn't he have a Mattel? I'm trying to look back here at my collection real quick. Oh, I have Mae Young. Not Mae Young. Moolah. I have Moolah. And that's it, I think. Just because like everybody else has gotten a Mattel, I think, at this point. Like there's a couple probably that I need. Like I could probably use Dynamite Kid. Oh, I have Val Venus in Jakks Superstars. That's it, though, I think. I'm looking through here trying to look quick.
And I kind of like one thing I do want that RVD with the magazine. Like, remember the magazine line where they had like,
yes,
like they were on the cover of the magazine?
Yep. That was just like a regular Jakks line, though. That wasn't the classic.
The classic.
Superstar.
No, but just in general, like it just brought that in my mind. Like that is one of my grails is that particular figure in MOC, because of course you got to have the display with where he's on a magazine.
Yeah, right. Yeah, man. 18 years. It's crazy. 18
years.
Part of a line of Gold Digger by Kanye West. All right. Weekly purchases. We're running long here. I was like, oh, this show's gonna be quick. We don't have a whole lot going on here on our sheet, but we're
still not bad. Still not bad.
We're still good. Weekly purchases, man. You want to go first? Or you want me to go?
Oh, I didn't get I'll go first. I got literally one thing this week, and that was just kind of by chance. Shout outs to Finger Hut. I got myself a 21 speed, what they call a hybrid bike. It's like it's got a mix of a mountain bike and a street bike. It was time. Like it was time to
get moving.
I got a lot of what it is. I got a lot of mileage on these legs. So I was feeling it. I was like, before I tear the other Achilles, let's get a bike. and so here we are.
Gotcha. That's a good purchase though, man. That's a good purchase. I got for wrestling wise or action figure wise. I mentioned I got some Masters of the Universe. I got Manny Faces and Orko nice. From Entertainment Earth. Or a big bad toy store. That's who they came from. What else did I get? I think that's what? I have it in my phone. I didn't get much this week, believe it or not. Believe it or not, friends, I did not get that much this week. I got Manny Faces and Orko, and then where is my notepad?
Well, we spent a lot of money the other weekend there.
I said, man, like I'm just kind of like in a spot where I'm like, there's not a ton that I'm looking for,
and there's not a whole lot out there. Yeah.
I did get Kamala Hasbro from Johnny JB in the Fig Cave group. Great price. I actually told him, I said, bro, I don't expect you to hold on to this for me, but if it's still available after we go to the Heroes Hideout thing, like I'll definitely buy it, just depending on how much money I spend at Heroes Hideout.
Right.
And I didn't spend as much as I thought I was going to spend. So it was still available and I snagged it.
Swoggle didn't show up. So,
and then I got the final Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles loot crate for the first set. So basically, if you bought all of the first set, you got the Rocksteady and Bebop in the Easter Bunny costume figures that we talked about before. And then they also sent you another crate. Like they redid the movie crate, which is kind of why like they started doing these again, because the movie crate came out. It was so popular. So it came with like a shirt, pin, and a patch, like a foot soldier pin, foot soldier patch, a pretty badass shirt. But then it came with this. This is the Spirit of Splinter. NECA figure, which is like what I wanted. It's like when they're talking to Splinter,
right?
This is why I wanted that whole crate,
right?
When they're talking to Splinter by the campfire,
exactly.
and it comes with marshmallows on a stick and marshmallows in a bag. But this is where like I think WWE or Mattel needs to take a page from NECA, because the fire that he comes with actually has like one of those little like watch batteries in it.
That's what I was going to ask. Yeah.
And the little plastic tag that you like rip out and it will light up. So like WWE could do that with like Naomi's gear, or, you know what I mean? Like there's a way to do that. There is a way to do that in other lines. So like this was worth it for me completely. This Spirit of Splinter from the movie figure. So that's going to go on my Ninja Turtle shelf. And that was it, man. That was it for me.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, to back up what you're saying, like most of my hot toys have something where there's a watch battery that's running it. Like Iron Man, for example, has watch batteries all over his body. There are watch batteries in the
as he should.
Yeah, and my Nick Fury comes with a suitcase for the Tesseract, and that has a watch battery so that the Tesseract lights up. So all of that. So it's definitely a thing that is going around, and they should hop on that train to add the detail.
Definitely. All right, and I think that's it for the good old
for the toys.
Yeah, I couldn't even think of what we were doing. Yeah, walk that toy aisle. All right, let's jump into Falls Count Anywhere. All right, and we got a sponsor of Falls Count Anywhere. Make sure you go to figtees.co.uk. Use the code RUN15, 15% off. This is Fig Tees. This guy is on Twitter. He's on Instagram. He's making all kinds of shirts for your action figures, wrestling figures. He makes basketball jerseys. He makes all kinds of good shit. So hit up figtees.co.uk. Use the code RUN15 for 15% off. And and check him out on Twitter and Instagram as well. He's got some good stuff. I actually might hit him up for some more NWO cloth shirts. We'll see.
Yeah.
But he's supposed to be sending me some samples and stuff, and we'll just I'll check them out, and then we'll give those away. We got another giveaway that we got to work on here. Kind of getting off topic here for a second, but Kanicki from the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. He's like a side character kind of, but he also works for Eagle Moss. Me and him made a deal, and he told me he'd give us a Eagle Moss figure to give away. So we got to figure out how we're going to give that away. But let's get into Falls Count Anywhere. That's neither here nor there at this point. We're getting into Falls Count Anywhere. This is the part of the show where me and DJ basically talk about whatever the hell we want to, whether it's pro sports or music or movies, TV, video games. We talk about anything, pop culture, random shit, basically. So I got some football news on here.
Yeah.
Some of it you're gonna be like, shut up, I don't want to hear about it. But Drew Brees retired this week from the NFL.
Salute.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Cheers to Drew Brees. Thank you for the fantasy football championship this year. He was my quarterback, and he was honestly giving me a lot of points this season. And it was funny because I was listening to talk radio here, and part of it, again, as I've said on the show before, I am not your typical Boston fan, but I'm because I will shit on the team here and there. all the teams, but they're talking about Drew Brees on the radio, and I'm like, they're talking about him like he's not borderline Hall of Famer, but like they're just like his stats haven't been really that good the last couple of years, and I'm just kind of like, wait, what? Like he's still maybe not top 5 quarterback like this year, definitely top 10 quarterback in the league, top 10.
I would give him top 10. I'd go top 10.
Like I could probably think of 5 that I would rather have before. I would say he's probably like top 6 or 7, like not even top 10. I mean,
go 10. he lost some, he lost some steam on his fastball, and he was trying to still fit it in the spots where he, his arm just couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
But still, like you said, like 10 out of 31. I'll still take that.
I'll take him over Cam Newton.
I would take him over Cam Newton at this moment.
Would you take him over David Carr?
Derek Carr?
Derek Carr. I do that all the time.
Yeah.
do that all the time.
I would not. Derek Carr, so here's the thing about Derek Carr. It's almost like the Alex Smith kind of thing. Like it's like Alex Smith has solid numbers, but everybody don't really pay attention to him. Yeah. And you only notice him when he loses a big game, right? When his team loses a big game, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they usually lose that game 35-42.
Yeah.
So so that's why I'm like, I'm okay with Derek. Like I think he's all right. Like not this year's version of Drew Brees would I take over Derek Carr.
Not Derek Carr. Drew Brees to me though, like I understand he wasn't hasn't been as good as maybe he was a couple years ago.
Right.
But I will say that I don't want this to come off the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had him in fantasy this year, obviously I paid a little more attention to him, but he was almost like Matthew Stafford, where like he's putting up great fantasy numbers, but his actual real numbers weren't that great.
I can see that.
Once I heard them talking about that on the radio, I kind of went back and I was like, wait, what? Why are they talking like this about him?
Right.
What do they know? What do they know that I don't know? He just won me $500. Like,
well, that's because he was getting 175 yards and 2 touchdowns. So
right. Well, yeah, he just like quick shuttle pass to Kamara, and Kamara would go in, or
right.
It wasn't. It wasn't all him throwing for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns, anything like that. But Drew Brees is a stand-up guy, class act. Like
Hall of Fame.
I said, yeah. Oh, absolutely. First ballot, man. First ballot Hall of Fame. But I've also said this on the pod that New Orleans is one of those teams that they're not my team, but for whatever reason, I just enjoy watching them.
Mm-hmm.
Even with Drew Brees, but I'm really excited to watch them with Taysom Hill. I like Taysom Hill a lot. I like when they bring him in and kind of do different things with him, and it just kind of makes you think and wonder, what are they going to do next? Like it's good shit.
He's a more talented Tim Tebow.
Yeah, I give him that. Yeah. More football news. Whoa, Patriots spent $500 million, dude, in a day.
Yeah,
in a day.
Ooh,
I have never seen the Patriots in my lifetime spend money like this, man.
Mine either, and that includes before Belichick. I've never seen
right and Kraft before. Yeah, it's just. I think this is Bill being like, okay, I see you, Tom.
Yep,
I see you, but so as a Pats fan,
mm-hmm.
and as I like to consider myself a level-headed Pats fan,
mm-hmm.
here's what I'm worried about. You got great two great tight ends. We got Al Gore, who I think is probably one of the best receivers though they've had, not ever in the last couple of years. Who's going to get them the ball? Who's going to throw them the ball? Cam Newton is their goddamn quarterback right now. However, I will say the way they're doing things in free agency right now has me very excited for the draft, because I feel like Bill's making moves.
Right. Well, didn't you guys draft a wide receiver?
2 years ago they got N'Keal Harry.
Right.
And he hasn't really done much.
I don't think it's his type of offense, to be honest with you.
No. He's gonna.
He's a downfield guy.
Right. So that's what I mean. Is they don't have anybody that can throw him the ball.
Well, because that's why they went and got those tight ends, because that's what go ask Greg Olson like that. Like that's what he will hit the hell out of the tight end, and then if he's not open, run.
I had this conversation with a friend of mine this week when all these signings were going on. It was like almost like Bill Belichick tried to do this year with these two tight ends that he drafted, and then it didn't work out. COVID, they suck, whatever. So he's like, you know what? Here we go. I got these two tight ends available in free agency. I have a man crush on Hunter Henry. Let's sign him. So I'm excited for the past football season, man. This is I still want to see him get a quarterback somehow. I still maybe trade in the draft for Jimmy G or something. I don't know. But
I think Jimmy G would be better. Like, he knows that offense. He was great when he was the backup to Tom Brady, which Tom Brady made them trade. Like, let's be real.
Right.
Tom Brady made them trade him.
And
then left. So, in fact, he made them trade both of them. He's like, no, I don't want any of these guys behind me. I feel threatened. Trade them. And then left. My boys, like, they at least made me feel a little bit better. With their, like, at first I was like, wait, you're just gonna release the starting center, but then they started trading people, which is, I'm good with, like, at least, okay, that makes it where they take their salary. Right. Yeah, and you're not just having dead money on the salary cap. They made some, so they got younger, like, which is, I'm not gonna ever fault them for doing that. You guys got Nelson, but the guy drops a lot of balls. That's the only thing I don't like about Nelson Aguilar.
Yeah.
And so I just want to see what else happens. Like, I'm not throwing them. I can see what they're trying to clear some money is what they're doing.
Yeah.
And at the same time, they did pick up, like, what's his name from the running back from Arizona.
Drake.
Yeah.
Drake.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, so they're not, they are picking up weapons at the same time. So,
dude, it's crazy.
And Brown from the Bills too.
Yeah.
And they got so they didn't totally sell out. Like, but they need some, like, we can't still be 31 in defense is all my worry is at the moment.
That's the crazy thing about the Pats is they upgraded their D too. Like, they spent all this money, they upgraded the D, they upgraded the offense. Like, they're a whole new team now, man. Watch out, right. Buffalo. Watch out. We're coming, Buffalo.
And we just took Buffalo's wide receiver, so.
That's right. Well, this time last year, I was telling everybody that Buffalo was going to win the division. So, and that happened. That happened.
It did happen.
Just like I told you after the Royal Rumble.
Here we go. Here we go. Don't worry, I'm gonna have that hometown. The hometown winning the World Series thing at WrestleMania. I'll get my title with the crowd.
All right, guys. I was going to talk about LeBron becoming part owner of the Red Sox, but we'll skip that. Let's talk about
anyway.
No, he's preparing for life after basketball.
Right.
Let's talk about you got any expectations for lots of stuff dropping this week?
Yes.
You got any expectations for Winter Soldier and Falcon that starts Friday?
I do. Like, I mean, I would just say this: the Disney Plus shows, they set a high bar, so they got to come with it. Like, so I do, and this is two, like, action-packed characters. Like, I think we're gonna get a lot more action than drama this time around with the show. So I'm all for it. Like, and I have high expectations.
I'm worried, like, that eventually one of these shows is gonna suck. Like,
that's the law of averages. One of these shows has to suck.
Right. And it's just like they started out so high. They set the bar so high with Mandalorian.
Right.
So it's like, what one is going to, this one is, I would have rather had WandaVision suck and be like, oh, whatever, like, shrug it off. Next one will be good.
Right.
Versus, I want this one to be good. I really do want this one to be good. These are two of my favorite MCU characters.
Sure.
I want this to be good.
Okay.
Any expectations for the new Justice League that dropped this past week? So
I happened to watch. I watched it before we came on today.
Oh shit! You got it done fast.
Well, I had to put it onto it. Like, so, I had nothing going on, like, going towards the end of my shift today. So I said, you know what? And then I just happened to be, I flipped on the TV and I was like, and they're like, watch it now. And I was like, well, I think I will. And so I watched it, and I'll talk about it next week. I don't want to ruin it for anybody.
Yeah, give me a chance to watch it. I'll try to watch it this week.
Yep.
Speaking of watching, we started a new segment a few weeks back. What are you watching? I finished WandaVision finally. Hey, well, speaking of timeout, not really a timeout, but like a Zach Morris timeout.
Yes.
Where we produce on the fly.
Right.
I was also thinking, like, what are you playing? Like, I've been playing some video games. I started a new WWE 2K19 universe last night.
Okay. Yeah, I've been doing that for. Yeah. My universe has been going on 2K19 for a while. So I know what you're talking about. Like that was the last good year so far that we've had of 2K.
I've still been banging. Yeah, I've still been playing that like nonstop. But I did finish WandaVision. I loved it. I got really like, I was watching it, and now not to call I feel bad because we're throwing Phil under the bus again. But Phil mentioned, like in our group chat, he mentioned how he thought it sucked because there's like 27 minutes of credits. It's not really that long, but like the 10 minutes of credits or whatever at the end. And he's like, I thought we were supposed to watch this because that's what Marvel's conditioned us to do, which I get. But
a couple of the episodes do have something that happens after.
Right. But you can also, you can scrub. You can fast forward and it shows you what you're missing.
Right. Dude, get a beer.
Right.
It'll
just let it play. Do what you got to do. And then if it comes on, it comes on. If not, not like that's not, I don't think that's a reason to not like a TV series. I really did enjoy WandaVision. I think I enjoyed it way more than I totally expected to.
Exactly.
I really did. Like the guy who plays Vision is just so good.
Yes, he is.
I was the other day years old when I found out that the woman who plays Wanda is one or the sister of the Olsen twins. I had no idea.
She is an Olsen.
No idea.
Yep.
Mind blown, man. I had no idea.
Yep. Runs in the family.
Yeah.
I mean, well, the acting part, not the other stuff around it.
There was just a lot of enjoyable characters in WandaVision. Well, obviously WandaVision, the kids, Agnes. I thought almost every character was enjoyable, and the ones you were supposed to not like were very not likable. Like I think they just did a good job, and it was, I don't want to say it was snackable where it was like you could pop it on, because this happened to me the other night. I was trying to watch it before I left for work, and I forget which episode it was.
But you got to think. It's thought provoking. It's not. You're not going to just sit there and.
It's not mindless.
No, you can't just sit there and let yourself go mindless. You're involved.
But I watched it and I was like, I don't want to leave. I want to watch the other three. It was like she had control of my mind.
Right. She did.
But if you guys haven't watched it already, make sure you check it out. Faux show. All right, time to wrap this bad bitch up. We got our shout outs. Of course, you got to hit up the Fig Cave. Big things coming with the Fig Cave podcast. And the figcave.com will be live in the figcave.com. It's just the Facebook group. It's just an easier way to get there. Free to join. We're buying, selling, trading toys for cost.
All day long.
All day long. Just chatting it up too all day long. A lot of good brothers and sisters in that group. The figcave.com will be live in the Fig Cave after Fastlane this Sunday night. Make sure you hit up figurecollections.com. If you're looking for that Nick Aldis retro, go to figurecollections.com/store. It'll bring you right to their site. I helped him with a commercial for that figure. We're just waiting on final review. I think it's going to be out tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. We'll be sharing it on our social media for sure. Our boy Virtual Suplex is back on social media.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, man. He took a little hiatus, so want to shout him out. He'll be back. He's back up. Extra Cooler, he designed our Lake Show and Beantown logos for us. We love Extra Cooler. Nick, thank you so much. And make sure you check out the Extra Cooler podcast as well. Kenny, of course, make sure you're checking out his show at The Call Up. WrestleGeddon podcast, Coming Down the Aisle, Turnbuckle Tavern, Buy, Sell, Trade Toys on Instagram. And you can use our code over there, RUN10, to save yourself 10%. Of course, we still got the code over at Heroes Hideout Use the code RUNIN over at Heroes Hideout and save yourself 10%.
Too bad they don't let you do that at the store. I wanted to, when I was purchasing stuff there, I wanted to use it.
There's a couple times where I've been in there at the one in Holyoke, Mass, and I wanted to mention it, but I don't know how that works. So you can also hit up KeystoneRetro.com, which is a retro toy store online, and use the code RUN10 for 10% off. And of course, we mentioned it earlier, figtees.co.uk. Use the code RUN15 for 15% off over there. Make sure you're following us on YouTube. It's youtube.com/the Run-In Podcast. You never know when we're going to post something new up there. DJ's got some unboxings he's got to do. I think I'm going to take my son on a toy hunt this weekend, and I'm probably going to vlog it. So check that out. Buy a t-shirt. Help us out. We got brand new t-shirts up there.
And they're dope.
And they are awesome. I'm going to buy them all. ProWrestlingTees.com/RunInPod. You can follow along at Twitter. It's at Run-In Podcast. That's where we're doing our March Madness food restaurant bracket. We're into the round of 32, so make sure you're paying attention there every single day. We got two new matchups for you to vote on. That's also happening on Instagram, which is
hot and heavy.
Dude, people are getting pissed at some of these
49 to 51% stuff.
Yep,
it's going on,
it's good stuff. Good
every
stuff. Tiebreakers. At the Run-In Pod on Instagram. I'm at Tommy Paradise, TOMMYPAIRODICE on both. DJ man, hit him with yours.
I'm at Fig Night 27, FIGKNIGHT 27.
And please, if you're listening to this show and you're enjoying it, make sure you share it out on Twitter, share it out on Instagram, social media, wherever. But also tell a friend, write a review wherever you're listening to it, and make sure you subscribe. Also, mash that subscribe button over on YouTube, youtube.com/RunInPod. My name's Tommy Paradise.
And I'm DJ.
And this has been another edition, episode number 41 of the Run-In Podcast.